Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on Professor Massimiliano Max Schiraldi. You guys sent in a few Italian phrases describing his accomplishments, and wow, we did some digging, and it's
Yeah.
pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, this guy's got it going on.
Like, we're talking about over 150 publications,
Yeah.
huge events at Tor Vergata University, even like student contests with Amazon and Ferrero, and he's also super into innovative teaching. And get this, he's even got like a theatrical side, so ready to unpack all this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so first off, he's clearly like super accomplished.
Oh, yeah.
But who is Schiraldi, the person? His bio says he's been at Tor Vergata for like over 22 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
He's practically part of the university's DNA at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And with over 150 publications, it's clear he's really dedicated to his field. But what's really telling is this line from his website: teaching is the activity I like the most, and perhaps the one I do best.
Oh, I love that.
And that passion just shines through in everything he does. You know, it's funny because it's like, you see that even in his work with the ISO, developing standards for smart manufacturing.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's
huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Smart manufacturing is all about like using data and technology to like really optimize production. It's the future of industry, and Schiraldi is right there on the cutting edge, shaping those standards.
So he's not just teaching about it. He's like out there in the world, helping define how it's going to be implemented.
Absolutely.
That's pretty amazing.
It really is. And think about what kind of impact that has on his students. They're not just learning theory, they're getting insights from someone who's shaping the future of their fields.
Yeah. And speaking of impact, let's talk about Tor Vergata 40. You mentioned that Schiraldi like coordinated this huge event for the university's 40th anniversary.
Oh, yeah. It was a massive undertaking, a testament to his leadership and vision. He didn't just want like a typical anniversary celebration. He wanted to really showcase Tor Vergata as a driver of progress and innovation.
And he did. Over 130 hours of streaming, 70 events, 350 speakers.
Wow.
And I love that he even launched university merchandise.
Oh, that's a great detail. It shows he's thinking outside the box, finding new ways to engage the community and like build a sense of identity.
It's like he's bringing entrepreneurial thinking into academia.
Exactly. And that entrepreneurial spirit is so important in today's world. He's preparing students to not just like enter existing industries, but potentially create their own paths.
Yeah, and it's not just theory. He's actively connecting students with opportunities to put their skills to the test.
Right.
Like these student contests are a great example of that.
Yeah, the fact that he's facilitated connections with Amazon, Calzedonia, and Ferrero is incredible. Those are huge names.
Imagine being a student and having the chance to like develop a project for Amazon.
Yeah, that's incredible.
What an incredible experience.
Really speaks to his commitment to providing hands-on practical learning experiences that go way beyond the traditional classroom setting.
Totally. Okay, so we've got a sense of his academic achievements and his ability to like connect with the business world. But there's also this mention of him being involved in theater. Where does that fit in?
That is where things get really interesting. Schiraldi actually wrote, directed, and acted in a play called Dov'è l'ombrello, which means where is the umbrella?
Wow. Okay, so a play. What's the play about?
Well, it's about lean thinking, which is a management philosophy focused on efficiency and eliminating waste.
Hold on. So he's taken this like potentially dry business concept and turned it into a play.
Exactly.
That he was in.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It highlights a different dimension of his personality and his ability to communicate complex ideas.
Yeah.
In engaging and creative ways.
I love it.
It's amazing.
Okay, so that shows he's not afraid to step outside
Or
the traditional academic box.
Right.
It seems like a bit of a pattern here.
There's definitely a theme of innovation running through all of his work.
For sure. So let's talk about another example of that, the TVX initiative.
TVX. This is one of Schiraldi's projects that I find particularly fascinating. He basically created a platform where students can share their ideas and perspectives, almost like TED Talks, but specifically designed for students at Tor Vergata.
That's a fantastic way to empower students and give them a voice.
Absolutely.
And not even just university students. He's also got high school students involved.
That's great. It really speaks to his belief in nurturing the next generation of leaders and thinkers. And by providing a platform for them to share their ideas, he's fostering a culture of creativity and innovation.
It makes me wonder what kind of ideas these students are coming up with.
Yeah, me too.
And you know what else is innovative? Is his approach to teaching itself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tell me more.
So he's a big proponent of using technology to enhance the learning experience. He actually champions a platform called Iduko, which offers real-time subtitles, translations, searchable transcripts, all sorts of cool features that make it easier for students to learn and retain information.
That's amazing. So he's like constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in education.
It's clear that he's not content with the status quo. He's always looking for ways to improve the learning experience for his students.
So we've got this image of Schiraldi
Yeah.
as this academic powerhouse, this innovator, this connector of people and ideas, but he's also got this creative, theatrical side.
And let's not forget his dedication to sharing his knowledge in an accessible way. He has a blog where he writes about everything from education to innovation,
Hmm.
always with that same engaging and down-to-earth style.
Oh, right, the blog. He's a pretty prolific writer.
He is.
It's not just about being brilliant. It's about making that brilliance accessible to others.
That's a good way to put it.
There's this theme of generosity,
Yeah,
of wanting to share his knowledge and expertise with the world.
absolutely. It's not just about personal achievement. It's about using that achievement to lift others up and make a positive impact.
Yeah, and he does it all with this incredible energy and enthusiasm. You can just tell he truly loves what he does.
That passion is contagious.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground already. We've seen Schiraldi, the academic, the innovator, the connector, the theater enthusiast, but there's still so much more to explore.
Yeah, we've only just scratched the surface.
We'll be back in a moment to dive even deeper into the fascinating world of Professor Max Schiraldi.
One thing that really strikes me about Schiraldi's work is his focus on the future of work. He's not just like preparing students for jobs that exist today. He's equipping them for a world that's rapidly evolving.
Yeah, you can see that forward-thinking approach in everything, from the student contests he organizes to his involvement with smart manufacturing standards at the ISO.
Absolutely. Take the Amazon Innovation Award, for example. It's all about like finding solutions to real world challenges in areas like logistics and warehousing, fields that are constantly being disrupted by technology.
And the Chalcedonian Challenge was a good example, too, where students tackled sustainability issues in the textile industry.
Right.
A perfect example of preparing students to address critical issues facing the world today.
Exactly. These aren't just theoretical exercises. They're opportunities for students to like grapple with complex problems and develop innovative solutions that could have a real impact.
Yeah, and think about the kind of skills students are building through these experiences. Problem solving, collaboration, critical thinking, adaptability. These are the skills that will be essential in the future workforce, regardless of their specific field.
For sure, it's clear that Schiraldi understands that the future of work isn't just about technical skills. It's about like cultivating a mindset that embraces change and innovation.
It's like he's training his students to be the change makers of tomorrow.
Speaking of change makers, I want to circle back to TVX for a moment. This initiative where students share their ideas and perspectives seems like a powerful way to encourage them to think big and challenge the status quo.
It goes beyond just like presenting ideas. It's about developing their communication and presentation skills. Being able to articulate your vision in a compelling way is crucial in any field.
Yeah, you got to be able to communicate your ideas effectively.
For sure. It sounds like Schiraldi is providing a safe and supportive space for students to hone those skills.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe some of these student presentations will spark the next big innovation or inspire others to take action.
It's exciting to think about the ripple effect something like TVX could have.
It really is, and it connects to a broader theme we've been seeing with Schiraldi, this belief in empowering others, whether it's through connecting students with opportunities, providing innovative teaching methods, or creating platforms for them to share their voices. He's constantly finding ways to lift others up.
Okay, so we've talked about Schiraldi's focus on the future of work, his innovative teaching methods, his incredible network, and his commitment to empowering students. But I keep coming back to this play about lean thinking. It just seems so out of the box for an academic.
It does, doesn't it? But it also speaks to his creativity and his willingness to experiment with different ways of communicating ideas. It's like he's saying, who says learning has to be confined to the classroom or a textbook?
I love that. It makes me wonder what other creative projects he might have up his sleeve.
Who knows?
A musical about supply chain management.
Haha. You never know with Schiraldi. But seriously, I think it highlights his ability to connect with people on different levels. He's not just an academic, he's someone who understands the power of storytelling and engaging with audiences in unexpected ways.
Right. It's like He's breaking down the barriers between different disciplines, showing that creativity and innovation can be found anywhere.
Absolutely. And that's a powerful message, especially for students. It encourages them to think outside the box, to explore their passions, and to find connections between seemingly disparate fields.
So if Schiraldi can bridge the gap between academia and industry,
Mhm.
between the classroom and the stage, what other unexpected connections might be out there waiting to be discovered?
That's a great question, and it's one that Schiraldi himself seems to be constantly exploring.
It's inspiring.
It really is. It makes you want to go out and find those connections yourself.
Totally. I'm feeling inspired already.
Me too. And speaking of inspiration, there's one more aspect of Schiraldi's work that we haven't touched on yet. His blog.
Oh, right. His blog. He's quite a prolific writer.
He is. And his blog is a treasure trove of insights on everything from education to innovation to leadership. It's written in that same engaging and accessible style that we've seen in his other work.
It's like getting a direct line into his thought process. I'm definitely going to check it out.
You should. It's a great way to delve deeper into his ideas and get a sense of his personality.
Okay, so we've explored Schiraldi's academic achievements,
Hmm.
his innovative approach to teaching, his incredible network,
Yeah.
his creative side, and his commitment to empowering others. What does this all mean for our listener? What can they take away from this deep dive?
I think one of the biggest takeaways is the importance of embracing a lifelong learning mindset. Schiraldi is a perfect example of someone who's constantly seeking out new knowledge, new experiences, and new ways of connecting with the world.
And it's not just about accumulating knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge to make a positive impact. Schiraldi's story shows us that we all have the potential to be change makers, regardless of our background or field.
Exactly. It's about finding your passion, pursuing it with energy and enthusiasm, and using your unique talents to make a difference.
And it's about embracing the unexpected. Who would have thought that a professor of operations management would also be a playwright and a champion of student voice?
It just goes to show that life is full of surprises and that the most interesting connections are often the ones we least expect.
So what can our listener do to start making those connections?
Well, I think the first step is to cultivate a sense of curiosity. Be open to new ideas, new experiences, and new perspectives.
Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and explore areas that you might not be familiar with.
And don't underestimate the power of connecting with others. Talk to people, share your ideas, and seek out mentors who can guide you along the way.
Schiraldi's story is proof that even small actions can have a ripple effect.
Right, so go out there, be curious, be bold, and make those unexpected connections. You never know where they might lead you.
That's a